So, how can we extend pieces? So, yeah, most of the time we can do this with very little change to the actual music. We just have to add sections, repeat, copy and paste, that sort of thing. So, let's see, you've got this nice kind of intro. Oh no, then it could, okay, beautiful. And then, yeah. Ah, it's beautiful. You can just repeat what you've got already, so for example, we've talked about parallel periods recently, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this to me, this feels like a question, and it's kind of missing
Right.
the answer. Like it could simply be extended by basically just repeating itself, and that would create a parallel period. And so we would hear that melody because I want to hear the melody again. Basically, I don't know if Julie and Fred, if you agree, and even Damien, maybe you. I don't know if you think like if you feel like that when you hear it. It's like, oh, that's such a beautiful melody that comes in, and then it's gone so quickly. So if we could just repeat that, I'll add 4 bars after this measure here. So I'll add those four, and then I'll just copy and paste this, and that'll go right in there. So now we'll get, and then, and then,
Maybe, yeah, that sounds all right. Maybe that second part actually raise it instead of
ah,
something like that.
yeah, yeah, beautiful. What did you do? You want to go up to there or something, yeah? Or the second time, yeah. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
That's the type of thing you can and you often will see that happen in a parallel period where the answer will be slightly different.
okay, okay,
So I think
cool.
you did that here. So, oh, not that high. To the B
It was
and was it a
on
G?
the
B and G was it?
C
Was it
high.
like that? And then I don't know if you want to change that as well, make that higher. Something like you might want to make that
Mm,
higher if you want potentially, or keep it as it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
But that's it. So that's a slight extension to it. I also think we you could, if you wanted to really extend it, you could bring back one of these whole progressions somewhere. Maybe even after this melody, instead of going straight to the end after this melody,
Yeah.
you could go back to this. That feels nice. It feels like an intro that could also be a nice outro. Even just those first 4 bars, that's potentially, or even the first 8 bars, you could. Yeah, maybe even the first 8. Then we go to the F, and then you could go to there. So if I inserted 8 bars here, and then copy the first 8 bars, or
Yeah.
7, should have been 7, sorry. Copy and paste. and then we'll just delete this bar.
Well, yeah. Maybe that
Okay.
section either maybe drop it an octave or raise it an octave or
I
something.
love Damien, how you're thinking that immediately. You're thinking of that's great. Yes, you don't have to even do that, but doing that type of thing, those little nuances that you're talking about, raise the
Yeah.
bar really with it. So yeah, you could go up the
Well,
octave, I mean, if you want, and that's, I mean, it will make it harder to play if you just literally put everything up the octave, but there's usually ways of putting things up the octave, especially with arpeggios and in the key of C. You know, if you can keep open strings and avoid barring and things like that, then
yeah.
it's fine. So yeah, if you did it literally up the octave for those 7 measures, um, that's pretty nice. Now it gets a bit hard. That's where you can adjust things, right? This is an A. We can just make that an open A. Uh, if you drop that E down an octave, then you get a nice chord like that, and that's very playable. And then it goes to this E, so that E can drop to an open E. That's all good. And then this is a little. We could put that B down the octave potentially. There's a few different things though that could lead us down to, if you wanted to finish on
Come
this
back in
C
line
chord.
with the.
Yeah, so then you can kind of start bringing it down. Did I get that right? Didn't we have this? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So now
If
we've
you,
got, it's almost doubled the piece, you know?
yeah, yeah,
But and just by simply repeating, and then you've suggested the changes, you know, I didn't even you know, you could have done it even without those changes. I think it would still be effective, but those little changes I think enhance it even more. So then now I'll play the whole thing. I'll play the whole thing. We'll
yeah.
have a listen to how the effect of that. So
That sounds good.
there you go.
That sounds
One
good.
other
Put it to
thing, little
doctor.
thing, Damien, with that last C, I mean, you could definitely keep it as it is, but just to add a little something a little different, you could do a harmonic like this
Yeah. Oh, I can. Where did
on the
you?
no on the just on the regular C on the first fret. You know, a lot of the times we can come up with an idea, and your idea was like 3/4 of the way there. It's already like, but just simply by thinking of, yeah. ways of repeating material you've already used, you can expand a piece quite quickly, quite easily.